Wonderful people, thank you for being with us again today. Yes, bless you and all that good stuff. Yes, we're here again talking about legacy. Will ever remember you? What are you doing to establish your legacy? Sometimes we're talking about money, putting up a sizable amount of money so that our children and grandchildren and down the generations will be secure in their financial state. Okay, a good legacy. How about a legacy of what did they do? What did you do on this earth before you left, before you transition? And sometimes we think about these things like, oh, what am I here for? What is my job? What is my duty? What is my objective? What is my destiny on this earth? But we all have a destiny. We all have a purpose of living. That is to live a good life. Not in this chaos and confusion and stuff. And that's where we come today to talking about slavery. Yes, slavery. Not type of slavery of the plantation days of the old. Even today, we're put into certain slave type mentality economically and all that stuff. But how about just slavery in general? And we're talking about escape from slavery. Yes, have that mindset to escape from those situations and all those positions and negativity, the toxicity. Have your mindset to escape from what is holding you down and holding you back. In order to explain that more or less, we go to the legacy about St. Patrick. Yes, St. Patrick. That's why we put up the picture of the corned beef and cabbage, because of tradition. When you see that corned beef and cabbage, you say, oh, St. Patrick Day already again? Where's the beer? You know what I mean? But anyway, getting down to the reality of what it is, the reality of what happened for St. Patrick as a young man. Early teenager. He didn't believe in God. He believed in God, but he never made that confession because his parents were very religious, more or less spiritual. They believed and they held on to that belief. So they were on a vacation in Ireland. So one day something happened. The forces there, the Druze, or the how you call it, the rough, rowdy people there, the Romans was taking care of the place, more or less, to defend Ireland and England and a lot of the places of Europe. But they had to pull back. The Romans did. And they left Europe more or less defenseless, especially in northern Europe, Ireland and that area. But the people that were there, the rowdy ones, how we call it, like we talking about today, gang members. There were leaders in different sections, different areas, right? But St. Patrick got captured as a teenager. And for 6 years, he was sold into slavery to one of the leaders. So anyway, as a slave now, his life is different. His life has changed. He now confesses Jesus as Lord. Now he believes in the scripture, in the gospel. Because where else can you go? What can you do? You're at your place of no return. You don't know what you're going to do today, tomorrow, or whatever. So he made his confession to Jesus as the Lord to his life. And he held on to his faith. See, he held on to his faith. And he believed. But after a while, he had a dream. And the dream said that you're going to be rescued. But you have to get to the shore, which was 300 miles away. So he had to go through the trials and tribulations. He had to go through the hardship of getting to the shore. That determination would go farther and farther and farther with you. So he had to have the endurance and the determination, and he made it to the ocean. And guess what? There was a ship there. Yes, just like the dream said, now his faith is getting stronger, and now he really believes his boat sailed to England, down to England. So he met up with his family again. Good, beautiful. And behind his face, because of his face, more or less, he started to really believe it, and it became priest. Yes, a priest. And as he grew into the gospel, into the knowledge of the word, they wanted to elevate him. But he had a dream. I don't know how long he was there before after his priesthood and everything. But he was growing in the knowledge and growing in that situation. He had another dream that he should go back to Ireland to help those people that are enslaved, to be there, the calling, be there on a mission. Yes. So he announced to his family that he was going back to Ireland. Oh, Lord. They said, no, you know what they did to you before for that length of time. But he said, God is with me. So he went back. Yes, it wasn't that easy. It wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy. But he endured going back. And as going back, he went to different places to start to speaking the word of truth, speaking the word of the gospel, speaking the word of hope, inspiration, start to speak the word of truth, as we say. And then he grew in knowledge, he grew in character, and yet and still people came against him. Those leaders, those the gang members, more or less, came against him. But he endured. They even tried to kill him. He endured. He even had to go against the spiritual and the ritual of demonics. They call it the witchcraft, the witches, the leprechauns there. All of those things that came about, he had to endure all of that, go with it, go over above them, and then attack them as he defended himself. And he prevailed. He prevailed. That's why they gave him the name there. He drove out the snakes out of Ireland. It was a metaphor that he drove out the evil. Well, the snakes represent evil. Snakes represent poison. Snakes represent toxicity, all of the defilement, the evil, the attitude, the situation, the violence that was there. All of the things that were going on, the rowdery, the camaraderie, all that stuff. But anyway, St. Patrick got named for that, of driving the snakes out of Ireland. So this is why we come today. And the caption that was put up on the corned beef and cabbage over there, it says, the power within you, the power within to drive out snakes and dragons from your relationship. Drive out the snakes and the dragons from your marriage and all of your social standing. Drive them out because you have the power. Yes, you have the power. And that's why we come today to tell you, not just to tell you, but to inspire each one of us that is suffering, each one of us that is down and out, each one of them that need the hope, need faith. Increase your faith. Increase the way of your faith. St. Patrick had a prayer life that was awesome. He prayed regularly, routinely. He had a strategy of being obedient, but still in prayer, still believing. His faith got stronger. And as he saw that the boat was there, that's a strong faith. And now we have to have that faith to believe that we can be free from the slavery, free from that imprisonment, free from the bounds of the chains around our minds and our heart, free from those addictions and those things, the lust and all of the things that are trying to hold us down and hold us back. And that's why we wrote a book about divorcing lust, divorcing pornography, divorcing sexual addiction, divorcing addiction, period. But we're ashamed to talk about it. We're ashamed to let it be known that, We don't talk about those things. We hush hush in our home, hush hush in our church, hush hush in our community. But yet still people are seeing these things. People are knowing what you did. They didn't see exactly how you did or what you did, but they know there was something wrong. They know that you gave it up. They know that you had a weakness. They know. Everybody knows. God knows. The devil knows that when you said no, you wanted to be no. You wanted to mean no. But then we come to that place sometimes that no is not no. And then we're faced with the aggravation of what did I do? Why did I do that? We're faced with a situation that hurts us, that is shame. It shamed us so bad. Now we have regrets. So we come up out of our regrets. We come up out of our comfort zone. We come up out of that situation, that slavery that try to hold us down and hold us back to destroy us. Let's be knowledgeable of it. So I ask you to read the book, Divorcing Lust, Porn, Sexual Addiction. Yes, we know the words are there. Well, I don't want to talk about all that stuff. Well, you just want to talk about you giving it up. You did it. You still got those thoughts, those overbearing, lustful desires. That's what it is. Nobody can tell you nothing. This is how I am. This is what it is. The negative attitude. That's slavery, my friends, my sisters and brothers. That is slavery. Get rid of it. Let it go. Escape from that mentality. Be brave. Have the endurance. As St. Patrick did. He endured the trip. He endured going back. He endured the 300 miles to the shore. But have the faith to believe that it's going to be all right. Have the faith to believe that the God that you serve is a mighty God. Have that endurance that you can't give up now. You're going to make it. You have freedom within. Freedom will go there. Freedom will bring you through all things. Yes, all things. So, as he leaving a legacy, he left a legacy. And each day, when we see these signs and symbols, we see the turkey on the table talking about Thanksgiving. We don't have to think about Thanksgiving. We automatically give thanks. We automatically have gratitude in our heart. When we see things that even represent a situation or a holiday or something like that, know the meaning of the holiday. Know the meaning of our situation. Just because they're having an Easter bunny with chocolate, and the chicken with the candy, you don't have to go there with the candy, the chicken, and the rabbits. But you know the situation of a person, of a man, died on the cross with suffering, great suffering, in a borrowed grave, but he rose on the third day. He rose. And he's there for us. He's there for us to save us, to give us the freedom that we don't have to be a slave to evil. We don't have to be a slave to the darkness. We don't have to be a slave to the way of destruction. We can be free. And those who know him and in him are free and will stay free and be free as long as we stay focused on who he is and what he's about. So with that in mind, wonderful people, we know that this is coming soon and we're prepared for him. We leave the destruction, we leave the addictions, we leave all of this mess behind. Come, let us grow and let us heal together. Not just in a place of recovery, but let's be healed. Let's be complete. Let's be strong. Let's be mighty. Because we are more than a conqueror. More than a conqueror. And we can defeat this. Together we stand. With that in mind, wonderful people, thank you for being with us. Thank you for the blessing of your coming here to stay with us, to stand by us, and let us stand by each other. And let us defend, let us encourage and support, and we support each other more and more and more. So thank you. With that in mind, we bid you bye. Take care now. Mm.